All right. Okay. So, what am I doing here in the middle of a park? I have a confession to make. Um, wow, this shit is mad weird, bro. Like, this shit is mad weird. I can't believe, I can't believe I'm doing this. So this is about just starting. So this is either gonna be, okay, okay, this is gonna be the worst start before you're ready video or the best one. It could be the worst because I'm literally not ready, but it could be the best because, well, I'm not ready. So this is the realest one. I've seen a few of the videos and it's like very edited, very scripted, very all of that stuff. But the thing is, with this one, I really don't have a topic. I mean, I guess you could say start before you're ready is the topic, but I'm not here to preach it. I'm just here basically documenting the fact that I'm doing this shit. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll mean something. Maybe it'll make sense later. But, and actually, let me dive into that. So I am going to ramble, but I can promise this, it will make sense later. Okay? So the thing is, what I'm doing is I'm documenting everything. Every time, like, oh shit, phone alarm going off. And this is gonna be like completely unedited. I'm just leaving everything in here because it's less about the information in this video and it's more about just the video itself. It's more about just the moment that this is. Like I was about to say, like I'm starting a I'm starting a thing where I'm documenting every single thing, part of the process to reach my big goal. And the reason why I'm doing it for a lot of reasons, but I think people should do it more, but they don't because they're not sure that they're actually going to reach the goal. So a lot of the stuff that they do initially, it doesn't make sense, at least at first, until it makes sense, right? Um, and that's pretty much how like creativity works. It's really no magic behind it. I know people like to praise like other artists and say that this person's a genius and this person's you know very talented or all these things, and that is true. I think that everyone has a version of genius, but the thing is, it's not like they just come up with things easily or just wake up and just have ideas and just know exactly what to do. No, they're geniuses because they're not afraid to look foolish. They're not afraid to start. And again, that's what this video is about. I could have waited. I could have put this off for months until I could get like a really good production and things of that nature, and and I guess put the right foot forward. But then I kind of learned that there's really no such thing as a right foot forward. You know, it's just a step forward is a step forward. And we have to understand that. And one of my new philosophies is that like life is really just a walk in the park, which you could take to how you want, but how I see it is it's I'm not gonna like downplay like struggles and things like that, but I think that it's really simple. You just go forward. Like all the over analyzing, all the, I guess you would say analysis paralysis, preparing, trying to get ready, all of that stuff is really just a waste of time because you're missing one key component of getting ready, which is actually being battle tested. That makes you ready. I was reading this book called Peak by Eric Anders, and in there he had an example um, of how the fighters or the people that fly on the jets and they like fighter planes or whatever during World War II, I believe. And basically how they train them, they had to train them so rigorously so they could actually be ready for when, excuse me, be ready for when the test actually happened. So, and I got gas, but when the test actually happened, so when they're actually out there in the field, so what they had to do is they had to put them through a training where in this training there was actually fatalities in the training. That's how dangerous it was. But the thing is, they as far as the data goes, the the more fights in the air that the pilots won, the better their chances of winning the next one. And so understanding that, they put them through hard training. But I say all that to say, just get out there. A lot of the stuff in life is anti-fragile. You know, now like in that example, our physical bodies are fragile. So, you know, dying, when you die, it's over, right? There's no second chance. But Anti-Fragile, which is another book, I forget the author's name, and I'm so pissed that I forgot it. But in Anti-Fragile, it the basic message of that is Anti-Fragile is a thing that gets tougher the more that you fail, or something like that, something to that nature. So, and conversely, fragile is something that um, fragile is something that gets worse the more that it's put through. So like if a plane crashes, you know, that's it. Like you can't bring somebody back from death. So that's a fragile situation. But if it's something that, like I said, if you can learn, if you could try to like get reps in skills for your for like a skill set, you know, you might fail a lot of times trying to get that ideal rep, but every time that you practice it, you get better. You see what I'm saying? So that's the concept of anti-fragile. So a lot of things are anti-fragile, and you should treat it like that. So like things like this video could flop, it could do amazing, it don't matter. But what really matters is that I just get better, and that's the point of why I'm out here. So that's the point of just starting, and not putting it off. You know, I think there's something to be gained from not just preparing, or actually just preparing while you're actually doing it, and then correcting the course as you go. You know, and I really hope more people do this, because um, because it can be really helpful for people in the future when they want to do stuff. When they see, you know, somebody that they idolize or admire, and they go back and look at their first Just Start video, and then they see, wow, they weren't the same person at this point, but they became the person that they know and admire them for, you know. And we have to be real enough to like be able to show that part of ourselves, you know. And that's why I'm doing this. So it's basically, you know, it's a lot of deep things to cover when it comes to this, but I just think that we need to look at what's underneath the tip of the iceberg. Let's peel the layers back. Let's see how somebody prepares. Let's see when they're confused. Let's see the moment where they're confused and they literally don't know what to do, and then they finally figure it out, however way, you know. And you have documented proof of that. You have somebody walking you through it. So so yeah, that's pretty much, I don't know, that's pretty much it. You know, I feel like I could just go on forever with it, but that's pretty much the main thing. You know, I remember Alex Hormozy even talked about how, um, like, what if Jeff Bezos documented it, like every moment while he was building Amazon? How valuable would that be? You know, but I think, like I alluded to earlier, though, I hope more people do this. But I think the reason why a lot of people don't do it is because they really don't have faith that they're going to get to the actual goal. So they don't want to look stupid for going for a goal and saying, yeah, I'm going to do this, yeah, I'm going to do that, and then end up not doing it, you know? So, or end up failing, and they feel like they can't provide any value if they're failing. They're trying to save face. But my thing is, I think the number one thing we need to do is kill doubt. That's like the number one enemy. And doubt comes from non-believers. Even yourself can turn to a non-believer. But like totally eliminating doubt and just understanding that, look, whatever it is that you whatever it is that you said you want to do, you have a capacity, you at least have the capacity to strive. But I believe you got a capacity to actually make it happen. I think the only thing that can stop you is if you don't actually believe it, or if you doubt it, or if you take what non-believers say and then run with it. And then of course, like, or maybe you die in the process. That's really it. I feel like there's only for me, it's only one or two ways. It's either I get there or I die trying, because that's how I feel about it. So so yeah, the number one thing is just killing the doubt. And I'm putting together like a PDF. I'm gonna probably put it on the website, and the PDF is just gonna be like basically me explaining like my new philosophies and how I think about things. What's funny is like the spot that I'm in right now, like I'm right across from like kind of where it all started. Like a while back, shoot, almost maybe like last December, November, I came to this spot and like I was kind of like in one of those uncertain periods of time, in my life. And but I do remember at that period of time, I knew that it was just a phase, So I never really stopped believing that I would get through it. And of course, eventually I got through it. But I would come out right to this spot, and I would look over here. Hold on, let me show it. This is a little improvisation. Oh shoot, my phone. So like, you see the buildings and stuff like that. So like, that's like my favorite spot. I used to go right over here and just look out over there. Actually, I have a picture. I might show it, but I just used to look out and look at the top of these skyscrapers, and I know what's right there. It's Billionaires Row. So I knew what it was when I was looking over there. I'm like, man, like I feel so close but so far. Like it's right there. Like so much money is right there. And I was thinking, damn, how do I get there? So let me turn this back around. I didn't drop my phone and shit. But yeah. So let me put this back on the right setting. Yeah. So see, bro. Oh, my shit cracked. But it's really just the screen protector, so it's all good. Ah. But yeah, so I tell you, this is really improvised. Like, I really don't give a shit, man. Whatever, bro. Once I accomplish what I accomplish, then I feel like, it all makes sense, But this shit right here is kind of weird. I mean, I done got a little bit more comfortable just being out here. I can't even believe I'm out here because like I was planning this shit, you know. Well, I wasn't planning like this video specifically, but I was planning on starting posting and didn't really know what I was gonna do, um, but now I'm here. Now I'm doing it, you know, and I don't know if I'm even looking at the camera enough. It is kind of weird talking to the camera, you know what I mean? Um, and like just like people passing, it's just like, yeah, it's crazy. It's interesting, you know. But yeah, and it's starting to rain. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much what it is though. Like, um, so my goal is to create the number one most remarkable music experience in the world. And when I say that, I really mean that. And I'm already working on it. I'm already doing it. And I just wanna document that process. And like I said, I have my own philosophy. Um, I'm trying to think of a name for it. Right now, I got Be Easy, Strike Hard, because I believe like um, the world, life is really just a paradox, and like everything is like, in a way, everything is true. Like even lies are true, but But yeah, but my is but be you know be easy, strike hard is just about you know mentally staying still and calm mentally and emotionally, and then but also taking like violent action, like massive action and frequent action, as frequent as possible. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to get started, because as I started to understand my philosophy, I started to understand, damn, well, the more that I'm not making videos or documenting what I'm doing, the more that I'm just like stalling and I'm slowing up the motion. You know what I mean? I should be getting out there no matter what the fuck I look like. I could look like a fool, I can look like a damn fool, but it doesn't matter, because I only look like that because people don't understand. It doesn't make sense to people yet. But I feel like for me, it has to make sense to me though. You know, I think also that's another way for doubt to creep in, is for you to start saying, damn, this doesn't make sense to yourself, the own shit you doing, like to question the shit that you're doing. Like, please do not question what you're doing. Like, you can analyze what you do and critique it, but once you make a decision to do something, you go and you do it, period. It don't matter how it turns out. I think you should look at it like war. You got to prepare as if it's like going to war. Yes, you know what you're gonna do, right? But when you get out there, you can't hesitate. You have to do it. You might see the enemy out there with guns, big guns, tanks, and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Follow your general's orders. Y'all already prepared. You're only going to mess it up when you start to hesitate. And I remember a few years back, I had seen this video. It's this 109-year-old man. And I think he had served in one of the wars, like Vietnam War. And he was talking about how hesitation to get you killed, I believe. And I guess he's saying that's how he got through the war, like just not hesitating, because people get out there, they get in the field, and they get cold feet, they get scared. But the thing is, like, once you decide that, oh, I'm going to war, you already accepted death already. So that's how you gotta look at life. That's how you gotta look at whatever it is that you're planning on achieving. It's like you already accepted failure. You already accept the possibility of failure. Now your only job is to not act out the traits of a failure. You have to act like a winner. You have to act in ways um, that are conducive to the character that achieves that goal. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just keeping all that in mind, stay stay vigilant, but also you gotta continue. You can't you can't really you don't really have time to really stop and be stagnant or anything like that. You have to um, you have to keep moving, even though it could seem like damn, maybe I should stop, or you know maybe this ain't enough. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Like, no, just keep moving. It's okay to keep moving while you're confused. It's okay. That's part of the process. Like, see, me starting this video, I'm a little confused because don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. But I done talked for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes already. And it's really, like I said, it's not really easy. I know that I'm gonna look at this and I'm gonna find a whole bunch of issues with the video and how I'm presenting myself. You know what I mean? And and being distracted and things of that nature. But I know that I'm going to make another one, and 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 another one. You see what I'm saying? So like this is gonna be so like it's gonna serve its purpose. It serves its purpose, and the purpose of this isn't really to get likes. You know, I might say like this whole video, I might say one thing that actually resonates with somebody. That's good enough. I might say nothing that resonates. You know what? That's good enough too. Because at the end of the day, someone came, they processed the information, they figured out, hey, it's not for me. What can I do about that? You know? So yeah, so today I've been kinda, you know, I've been preparing to get out here. Um I mean, I don't know. I was getting my technical equipment together. Called my brother, talked to him, and it's just been chilling. But I had to finally get out here. I'm glad I got out here before it got too dark. But yeah, now but really I want to get like all these, and I'm gonna actually show this. I don't know if I'm gonna show it in the video because I don't think I'm gonna edit it, but um, it's gonna be like on my Instagram story or something like that. But I made like a basically objective list, and basically the objective is really just to post to all the platforms and just go live. Like I'm not really thinking about it too much, but also I want to get some like habits together as far as because like on my board. Okay, yeah. So I have my goal, right? But like the way I understand it is the goal isn't really the thing that matters the most necessarily. Like yes, it does matter the most because it's the goal, but at the same time, the focus should be on becoming the character that achieves it. So, because once you do it, because think about it, if you just think about the goal and you just getting there by any means necessary, you can get there, but you're not gonna stay there because you're just not the type of person that could sustain that, right? And but if you become the type of person that that makes sense, that resonates with, then um then you that's how you like have the sustained success because you belong there because that's just who you are, you know. So that's what I'm trying to get to. So I have like these three things that go under that goal, and that's the character that I'm trying to become. So right now I'm trying to develop habits um, that help me embody those characters. So I really want to work on that. But like I said, there's a lot of things that I want to do. But like again, making that PDF, posting it, posting that on the website, so people can kind of see what I'm talking about. Because I'm still working on explaining it and communicating it. So if it's not really clear, of course I could have went like way deeper into it, but I don't think I really need to do that right now. Um, but yeah, um, see, I say a lot. See, that's one thing that I noticed. But but yeah, so I face it. This is the first video, but there we go again. See, but yeah, so there's a lot of things I want to do, but the main thing I do want to do is get those habits down because the quicker I get those habits, um, the better. And I think that when you're deciding to make the switch and the transformation, I think it's important to initially you have to it has to be some sort of obsession with the new character. So that's the other thing that I'm working on. But it has to be an obsession, and I'm trying to figure out my version of being obsessed with it. What do I need to do? Do I need to write the character or like reminder things of the character and like put it on my mirror and put it on my pots and pans and whatever? Or or is it something else I need to do? Do I need to set a reminder on my phone? Do I need to make it my screensaver? Like, there's a book called Atomic Habits. He talks about habit stacking. Do I need to habit stack? I'm trying to figure out what I need to do to become this character, and you have to be dead ass serious about it. So you got to kind of look at, Shakespeare said the world's a stage, right? So you kind of got to look at it like you're an actor, and you just getting into character. That's really what it is. So that's the main thing I'm trying to work on. I'm gonna work on that today and tomorrow, and then like I said, after that, because these 2 days are kind of like my off days. Like the way I want to do it is um I want to dedicate at least like 60% of the work week to my main thing, which is just creating the music and putting it out there or whatever. um Creating the music experience, and there's a lot of things that go into that, but creating the music, which is about 60 hours a week, which is like 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I know people probably, and 5 hours is a lot, and I don't know how I'm approach it, but 5 hours is actually a lot. It may not seem like a lot, but but the thing is, it's not really about working on that stuff 12 hours a day. because again, in this day and especially in this day and age, where people are trying to get on and put their cell phone and do it themselves, you can't work on that 12 hours a day. Like, do you like, unless if you got a job, you can't. It's impossible. So, but really, it's not even about how much time you spend on it. It's more about the quality of time that you spend on it. So, if you got 100% concentration and focus effort and you know exactly what you're doing, what you're trying to get out of that session, then you're gonna be good. You're gonna get the most out of it. And I think there's a lot to be gained from being able to step away from it, turn that switch off, and then come back. Um, but yeah, but these are things that I'm pondering. These are things that I'm experimenting with. Um, and there's Larry June, the rapper. He talked about just doing 3 hours a day. Now I don't know if he means 5 days a week or like 7 days a week, but that 3 hours a day, like I said, that's gonna add up over time. But you have to be focused. You have to be in there focused. You can't be in there bullshitting. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, I was in the studio 12 hours and I blah 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 blah." But it's like, okay, but like, how much of that time was you bullshitting? Be honest. How much time was you talking, having irrelevant conversations, and you were just in there instead of just actually producing stuff? You know what I mean? Because when it come down to it, maybe you was in the studio 12 hours, but maybe you actually did only 2 hours of real work. You just wasted 8 hours of your life, 8 hours of studio time. So I'm more focused on the quality of it, and then I'm gonna have those 2 days off to where I'm gonna focus on maybe like the social media aspect and analytics, and and seeing how I can improve, thinking about the brand and how I want to move forward, all these things. And I'm gonna let y'all know everything that I'm doing, every trick, every tactic. Like, you're gonna know everything that I'm doing. Like, from what my brand is and like what I'm trying to be, uh, persuasive techniques that I'm learning. Like, I'm just gonna tell you're gonna learn everything because this is supposed to document everything. Like I said, I'm trying to put the camera behind the curtains and share those things that usually aren't shared, you know, and do it consistently and do it as much as possible. Um, Man, if I could like, um, if I could in real life stream my whole day, I really would, because that's how I want to do it. So that's how dedicated I am to this. So we'll see where it goes, but um, at this point, this is just the start of it. But yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool being out here too. I be in a house too much. I feel like I be in a house too much, but it's cool being out here. People walking by. Some people don't notice me. Some people do. They looking over here. Like, I saw a group of girls come through here. Like, I was trying to get my point across, but I really should have just went over there so y'all could have seen. You know what I'm saying? Seeing if I had game or not. You know what I mean? But but yeah, man, this is cool. So I think I might have talked enough. Um, I think this is good enough for the first video. And I'm gonna just make more, check in, and whatever. But this is something that's supposed to be done on a daily basis, and it'll make sense later. All right, I guess that's it. Peace. Be easy. I don't know. I need a like a sign off or some shit because I can't just be coming up like just stopping this shit like a awkward motherfucker. All right.